Hello everyone, welcome back to the Concept Lab. I hope you are all doing great. Today we are starting one of the most interesting chapters in the mathematics, logarithms. Now when you hear the word logarithm, it might sound difficult or even scary. But trust me, by the end of this chapter, you will realize that logarithms are actually very simple. So let me ask you a question. Can anyone tell me what's 2 power 3? Yes, it's 8. Now here's a different question. 2 raised to what power gives 8? The answer is 3. This simple question is the foundation of this entire chapter. Logarithm simply says to what power should the base be raised to get a particular number. In mathematical language, if 2 power 3 is equal to 8, then we write log 8 to the base 2 is 3. That's the basic idea behind logarithms. They are the inverse of exponents. Throughout this chapter, we learn how to convert exponential form into logarithmic form, understand the laws of logarithms, and solve problems very easily. These are the key concepts included in the ICSE Class 9 syllabus. So don't worry, if you have never studied the logarithm before, pick up your pen and paper, start doing the questions, we can learn together. We'll start from absolute basics and build your understanding step by step. Now let's take a number 3 power 4 is equal to 81. That's an exponential form. So how to write it in the logarithmic form? We write it log 81 to the base 3 is 4. Here the 4 is known as the logarithm of 81 to the base 3. Here 3 is known as the base of the logarithm. Now if you ever see a question like convert the logarithm into exponential form, here's how you do it. First write the base 4, then final answer 81. In the general case, log x to the base y equal to z could be written as y power z is x. So y power z is equal to x. Now here is a sample question for you. Now remember what we told you? To express logarithm into exponential, the base power x should be equal to 1000. So that's how you write in the exponential form. Now what's 1000? The 1000 could be written as 10 times 10 times 10, which is 10 raised to 3. So 10 power x is equal to 10 raised to 3. Therefore, the x should be is equal to 3. So x equal to 3 is the final answer. Now here's the next question. Now from the usual procedure, 2 raised to minus 2 should be x. That is, the base raised to the power should be equal to x, which is 2 power minus 2 is 1 by 2 raised to 2, which eventually is 1 by 4. Therefore, the x is 1 by 4. Now let's look at this question. Log 64 to the base x is 32. Here we have to find the base. Therefore, from the usual procedure, the base raised to the power is 64. Therefore, the x raised to 3 by 2 is equal to 64. Now generally, if 2 power k is equal to x, therefore 2 should be equal to x power 1 by k. From this case, x power 3 by 2 is 64. Therefore, x should be equal to 64 power 2 by 3, which could be written as from our basic exponential laws 64 power 1 by 3 whole square, which could be written as 2 power 6 whole power 1 by 3 whole power 2, which finally is 2 power 2 whole square, finally 2 power 4, which is equal to 16. Now here are the sample questions. Make sure to solve each of them and see you in the next video. Bye.